cut this out. First time I put it in, I didn't have it high enough, and height is really critical. Now I've got it in here, and I don't like where it's at. So I'm going to cut it out again. Let's try that. Well, I think I missed that, but I got it tacked. It wasn't vertical. Well, pretty good this way, but it wasn't vertical. The bottom was kicked out a little bit. Then I loosened these hinges up here a little bit, and I'm going to try to hang the door in there. So let's try to hang the door back in there right now. So I got this tacked in, and then I put the door back in place and went through some hell adjusting, but I think I've got enough to adjust everything. Hinge door swings nice and level. I've got in the middle of my adjustment slots on the door here. Pretty deep in this one. Still got plenty of room. And yeah, it's just going to be one of those things. Just need to make sure I've got the door in place and enough adjustment to tighten the door up or move it back. Tighten it up front or move it back. And I've got a ½ inch of travel there. This one's a little tight. Those aren't perfect, but that could always be hogged out. So we're gonna stop there, and we might tie this hinge pillar in a little bit tighter. Do some more adjusting. We still got to build the bottom of the door. It's going to come into play. This thing's mighty flexy, so it would be nice to have that tied in before we make any permanent decisions. Okay, really didn't want to bore you with how many times I had to cut that hinge tree out of there and reposition it to get the door where I wanted it with the adjustments that I wanted and make it all work. But it was a bunch, and we've got this skin looking pretty good here. This will pull out just a fuzz that's not connected. We've got a flowable line. Got a flowable line around here. It's gonna flow pretty good. Not bad. So now what we're going to do is mark a chalk line on here, because the base of the door is where I want it. This top I had to cut off. It's just loose hanging in there. Most importantly, I need this section of the door to fit properly in that area. So we're going to mark some chalk lines across here that we don't want to lose for height, and then we're going to start building this running board down here. Let's get on it. I actually made a couple of legends there, front and back. If I would happen to mark one off, I've got a second one. Hopefully I don't mark them both off, and that'll give me some kind of guidance to measure down from. So let's get started on that running board. So we'll run this angle iron out from the boxing there, and that'll give us some support. We're going to put that in there. We'll put another one in the middle, and then we got to build some structure behind that door back there. Keep that, quite a bit of structure back there actually. It's just different than this. This just holds the running board. That needs to hold the car, the back of the door jamb up. So let's get this one tacked in here and we'll go from there. Got this panel out for the running board. This has a slight curve to it, so we can't just break it. We've got to go in there and work that in by hand, and we'll have to work this one in by hand because of the curve. Just use the old vice gripper. This is where she's going to go. I've got to roll that over, put this curve in it. A lot more material here than I need, but it's a good start. Might need to tighten this up a little bit down here. Don't fit too bad. Need to work this a little bit, but need to trim it off here and roll it over. This is actually going to come up a little high, more like a swoop up, so to say, like a 36, 37. But yeah, let's start by maybe trimming this off. Start rolling it and make it fit the need here. I'm going to go under here with the marker and get a rough trace on that. And when that rolls over, it's only going to the center of the pipe. Right across the center of the pipe. And then on the bottom, I'm going to break a 90 degree and tack it on the bottom, and then weld between where the top panel comes down and that bottom panel comes up, so it comes over and goes down to a square edge, just like the fender does there. But need to put some trim this off so I can start rolling that edge over and making this fit up. So that's where we're headed now. Went a little beyond my mark by a variant there. I went just 3/8 down here and gradually tapered out. As this rises, in my theory, as that rises at the end there where I want it to swoop up a little bit, I'm going to need more material down here to reach the center of the pipe. But I need to get in here and work this end a little bit better. I'm really close, but I need to, and I don't want that, this is actually really tight here, but I'm not going to weld then fill that. I want that to appear like it's a running board bolted on, and then to be welded on the bottom. And the same at the end. I want a little bit of that roll over the edge. As the fender goes down, the running board comes over and meets with a little roll, so it appears that it's something bolted on. Right here where it saddles the pipe, I might trim a little bit of this material out of the back here, right there, just to allow that to roll over a little better. I don't necessarily need it for height, but just to make it easier to shrink and roll. And yeah, let's trim that out of there. I'm going to use the English wheel here to put a little edge on there, a little roll. At the end, I'm going to take the roll more through here. Out here we get down closer to the edge. We want that to taper down, if that makes any sense. See what we're going for there. Needs a little reverse curve in it there. Might need to stretch this a little bit. Get this end to turn up. She needs a little more pinch down here yet. Take it and tap down on the center here, put some sway back in it, and this here is going to be difficult. Run it on out there a little bit. Something like that. Let's go lay her on there and see how she fits. She looks a little short, but she's got to come up. This got to be worked again. But you might get the gist of it. Doesn't look bad up here at the door front. Some excess material right there. Just do a little hammer and tweaking. Got her hammered in there pretty close. I'm able to go up and push the back side up, and I may just trim, I don't know, maybe 1/8 of an inch off through here. That'll allow that to sit back a little further. Setting away from there, and I got a lot of material there. Time I fold that down a little more. I know it doesn't look like much, but it is what it is. And then we'll put a piece of brake under here, 3/4 by 3/4, to finish that out square, so it matches the bottom of the fender. Yeah, let's do that. Put a little tack on that, just to hold it in place, so it doesn't slip up off of that round bar. Tack on each end, and then we'll go in there, and we might tack it in another location just temporarily. Then I'll start building on out. talked about trimming that off, but I don't think I'm going to. It's actually going to clamp down pretty good, so we're going to tack it again. Probably good enough. I mean, to hold it in there. Yeah. So we got a template cut out here. And let's cut some sheet metal to make that happen. All right. Let's cut this one out. Make that work. Okay, I fit that up in there close, and then marked it there on the fender, and now we're just going to trim the fender to fit that. See if we can tack this into place and work it in. We may or may not be to that point. Just to see what we got. Close. Like it. Yeah, that'll do for now. So I got this template cut out here. It's a little long on both sides. This edge is going to be rolled over, and I'll probably roll just a little bit of that edge, just to, so I can butt it up to that fender nice. So let's cut that out now. If we got enough blade left on this damn thing. Getting down. Go put a little brake on this front edge, make sure we can make it work. We're close. We need to make a little plunge. Knock this little tidbit right out here. Off here. What I'm going to do is get this I can fudge a little bit on this side. Make a straight line down here for our brake. Let's just figure out how to do that. Then we break that, put our roll in it. Can't break it after we roll it, so we gotta figure that out. What I did was just tack that in there. I don't have anybody here right now to help me hold this. Yeah. Yeah. Let's try. Let's try the yardstick. Why does that look like it's running back? Because it is. Ah! That to the brake. That didn't work out too bad. I thought I was a little bit too wide, but I think what I'm going to do is go with it. Clean this edge off of there, clean that up. And I'm going to put a little curve in it, and we'll see what we can make happen. By a little curve, I mean a little curve. This is all that we got there is just a smidgen. So let's try to match that. That worked out pretty good. Got just this matched the body line, this template here. So let's see what we got. Fit, and then we'll cut, get it where we want it, just edge straight here, and then we will scribe across the top. Maybe we'll just dang it. Ah, dang it. Try it. See if we can get in there with this cutoff wheel. Close. Oh yeah, let's put a tack on that. Yeah, something like that. Right here on the corner. Man, I don't always get that lucky. Let's see what we ended up with here. Yeah, that's why I didn't get lucky. It's about calibration. Although, I think I can leave this tack weld, take these two out, run the blade through there, and save it. Side up. A little more out of there. Now let's check and see what we got. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Then oh yeah! Breaker loose. Breaker 19. We can get her though. Got a goober on there now. Let's put another tack right there in the middle because it's sticking out just like flies. Well, let me tell you. Oh my goodness. It's hard. A little more here than it should. We're really close. Really close. That's all I can do today. So come back again next time. Like and subscribe.